So today's YouTube video is going to on about basically new players. I've been asked a lot of questions recently about what build do I use, how do I play a game, what prestige, and also I've been had a lot of questions with people being stuck, like they can't progress anymore. They played like 4 hours a day and they've only done one run, so a lot of slow progression. So overall, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the basic tips a new player should be doing. So this is one for you, DFDF Godman. So the tip is, well, the three main tips I could say is follow a build guide, artifact optimizer, and join a decent clan. Straight off the bat, those are the three things that you should be looking at. So when you first start playing, the build at the moment tends to be the clanship build. That's the most steadiest, reliable, and good pushing. It is still active, but bear in mind, with this idle game, you're going to have an active play until you can start building up your passive skill points, collecting basically the tools and power so that you can choose any build you want. And unfortunately, that takes time. So some people want to play Shadow Clone, which is a very chill build, but it will take time to get the resources for you to do that. So in the meantime, clanship build is a semi-active build. I say semi-active, it's quite pretty active, but it's one of the best progression and pushing builds for new players. So I would recommend clanship build to start with. Now, if you're looking at which builds to use at the moment, because we've had a lot of updates, there's Parrot and MMLH's Google Doc builders, which is a Google Sheets you put your information in and it'll produce the best build for you based on your stats, your equipment, your artifacts, and that kind of information. Those two documents are the best things we have at the moment until official build guides come out later. Now, if you want information about those, or you want to know how to use those Google documents and the links, I have already done a video on that called the Ultimate Build Guide. I'll link in the description below. So that'll show you how to use the guides and the links to them, which are updated regularly. So that's how you build your builds. And as I recommended, look at clanship if you're a beginner. Secondly, artifact optimizer. Now, the best artifact optimizer, or at least the easiest, is the artifact optimizer tool that's on the Compendium website. So this is the Compendium website. So if you go to the tools corner, which is top right, and then you go down to Artifact Optimizer. So there's Optimizer's tools here. So Artifact Optimizer is very simple to use. So lifetime relics would be when you're in game, you go to your stats, the stats tab, which is under the hero tab, and at the top it's got masteries, stats, story, and auto buy. So hit stats, go all the way to the bottom, and at the bottom you have where is it? Yeah, relics earned. So relics earned is your lifetime relics. There's all the relics you've collected in the game so far. So relics earned is what you put into here. It's lifetime relics. And the artifacts is obviously the artifacts you've discovered, and that's salvage. You should never salvage artifacts. Just a little tip there. There's no point because you need all of them to start enchanting them anyway. And chances are, yeah, it costs a lot of diamonds to do so, and then you got to buy it back anyway. So you might as well use those diamonds to buy, pets and chests and that sort of thing. So I wouldn't recommend to salvage anything just yet. Artifacts owned, you get once you got all your artifacts, you can then start enchanting them. So again, if you have discovered all your artifacts, you can start updating that. Pick your build. So obviously it's clanship build, your strongest hero that you can get when you're at your max stage. Ascension, so once you reach a certain level, you can't level up your heroes anymore. You then start ascending them, which basically changes the color of the heroes. So the borders are green, blue, gold, cyan, whatever, but they change different color. So if you haven't got any border, yours will be 0. I think the first one's green, so it might be 1 and then blue. I'm not too 100% sure, but if you do know which color order they are, leave a comment below to help out the viewers here. Your gold source is what gold source you use. Mostly it's Fairy or Pet Heart Madas. And if you want to Durendal push or not, there is a separate video I've made called Splash Mechanics. It explains all about Splash and Durendal pushing and what that means and different Splash mechanics. So watch that video for more information on that. The rest you can pretty much ignore. And it's as simple, if you've got the artifact, you tick it on. If you haven't, you leave it no. And you just copy the amount it says here and the percentage. So on your artifacts list, so you go to your artifact screen, go to do there. So if I was to click on, say, the charge card, so it says level should be 2E69, and then you've got percentage lifetime relics. So percentage lifetime relics is basically what the percentage is on about on this side here. So you essentially just match it to what it says here. So mine says it should be, this is the charge card, and mine says it should be 1.39 if I have it correctly updated, but mine is 0.26. So basically I should level up more. This information is not based on my stats, but that's just an example I'm providing. Some artifacts are not on a list, and the reason being is because they're the maxed artifacts. They're basically the ones you can cap. So when you go to the artifact list at the bottom, there's a lot of artifacts that are maxed out. All these ones won't be on this tool. The reason being is because you can't level them up past their capped level. So if they've got an artifact that is not on the list, just max it and move on. So that's the artifact tool. And the third one, as I mentioned, is clan. I would recommend being in a medium to high level clan. And when you first start, you won't be able to jump straight to a pro clan because you need to gain experience, you need to gain trust, you need to gain knowledge. So go to the highest level you can. The reason you want to do this is because you want to get advanced stage start, and also you want to start raiding and using your teammates to gain knowledge and ask them for help. What's the best build? How do I raid? What cards do I use? And you want to start raiding and join a decent clan because you want to start collecting dust and the weapons and weapon scrolls, which all helps build you power. And one of the also main reasons is because it increases your advanced stage start. So I had a lot of people messaging me on YouTube saying, it takes me 3 to 4 hours per one run. A normal run you should be aiming for is 15 to 20 minutes. That's the sort of run time you're expecting. And now if you've got any more than that, then there's something wrong. Is either you're not joining a high level clan, your advanced stage starts low, you're constantly pushing, or you're not using an optimizer or build. It's one of those three things. Your run time should be roughly about 20 minutes. One last tip as well would be watch my videos. There's tons. There's over 400 videos on my YouTube channel that shows pretty much every tip, guides, what to do, bunch of tips, beginner's guide. Watch them, take your time. If you've got any questions, join me on the stream and ask me, or join in Discord and ask questions through there as well. But those, for the newer players who just started, these are my few quick beginner tips, which is essentially follow a build guide, follow an optimizer. If you're new, clanships recommended, and also join a clan to get your advanced stage start and to share experiences. So those are the three main ones. Apart from that, watch all my videos, and if this helped anyway, make sure you're subbed and hit notifications so you're notified when the next new guide comes out. Apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.